How I went from $0 to $10 in savings in just 6 months. Welcome to another episode of Wealth Rise, where we help you unlock the secrets to financial success and empower you to rise above your financial struggles. If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck or feel like saving money is impossible, this episode is for you. Today, I'm going to walk you through how I went from $0 to $10 in savings in just 6 months. Yes, it's possible, and I did it. You may be thinking, how is that even possible in such a short time? Or, I don't have enough income to save like that. Well, I'm here to show you that it's not about how much you make, but about the strategies you use, the discipline you apply, and the mindset you cultivate to make saving a priority. I'm going to break down exactly how I did it, the decisions I made, and the lessons I learned along the way. Whether you're looking to build an emergency fund, save for a big purchase, or just improve your overall financial health, this episode will give you the tools and inspiration you need to make your own savings goal a reality. Before we dive in, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Wealth Rise for more daily episodes filled with actionable tips, financial strategies, and inspiration that can help you rise toward financial freedom. Don't miss out on our valuable content. Join the Wealth Rise community today. Step 1. Setting clear, achievable goals. The very first thing I did to go from $0 to $10K in savings was set a clear and achievable goal. Setting a financial goal might seem like an obvious first step, but it's much more than just saying, I want to save $10. It's about creating a specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART goal. When you have a goal that is clear and measurable, you're able to track your progress, adjust your strategy as needed, and stay motivated throughout the process. Here's how I broke down my goal. SMART goal breakdown for my 10K savings. Specific, save $10,000 by the end of 6 months. Measurable, I would track my savings progress monthly to ensure I was on track. Achievable, while $10,000 may seem like a lot, I set a realistic monthly savings target of around $1,666. Relevant, this goal aligned with my broader financial aspirations, including building an emergency fund and securing a more comfortable financial future. Time-bound, I gave myself 6 months to reach this goal, which made it more motivating and concrete. Step 2, creating a budget and sticking to it. Once my goal was set, the next step was to create a budget. Now, I know budgeting can sound like a drag to some people, but it's a critical component of achieving any financial goal. A budget helps you clearly see how much money is coming in, where it's going, and how much you have left to save or invest. Why budgeting is non-negotiable. The reality is that without a budget, it's nearly impossible to save significant amounts of money. This is because we often spend money mindlessly on subscriptions, impulse purchases, and lifestyle inflation without realizing it. In fact, studies show that the average American spends over $7,000 a year on non-essential items like dining out, online shopping, and entertainment. These are the hidden costs that can prevent you from building wealth. For me, creating a budget was about being honest with myself about where my money was going. I made a clear distinction between needs and wants and figured out where I could cut back to free up more money for savings. Here's a breakdown of how I allocated my income. Housing, rent, mortgage, 30%. Utilities, electricity, internet, 5%. Transportation, gas, public transit, insurance, 10%. Groceries and essentials, 15%. Entertainment, leisure, 5%. Debt repayment, 15%. Savings, 20%. I made sure to track every dollar that came in and went out using apps like Mint or YNAB. You need a budget. This allowed me to stick to my savings plan and ensure I was on track to reach my goal. Step 3. Cutting expenses without sacrificing happiness. While creating a budget is essential, the real challenge lies in cutting expenses without feeling deprived. Saving doesn't mean living a life of constant sacrifice. It's about making smarter choices with your money, identifying the hidden costs. One of the first things I did was take a hard look at my discretionary spending. Where was I leaking money? I identified several areas where I could trim costs. Subscription services. I went through all my subscriptions, Netflix, Spotify, gym memberships, and canceled the ones I wasn't using regularly. Cutting out just 2 subscriptions saved me around $50 a month. Dining out. I used to eat out a lot, but after tracking my expenses, I realized I was spending almost $300 per month on food outside of groceries. I set a goal to only dine out once a week, and the savings added up quickly. Grocery shopping. I started planning meals and buying in bulk, which reduced my grocery bills significantly. Impulse purchases. I stopped browsing online shopping websites without a purpose. I also unfollowed brands and stores on social media to avoid temptation. These small changes allowed me to redirect that extra cash toward my savings goal. Step 4. Automating your savings. One of the most powerful changes I made was automating my savings. Research consistently shows that people who automate their savings are more successful in reaching their goals. The idea is simple. Once you set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account, the money is out of sight and out of mind. When it comes to building wealth and achieving financial goals, consistency is key. But let's face it, life gets busy. We have expenses, unexpected bills, and more immediate things on our minds, which often makes saving money feel like an afterthought. That's where automating your savings becomes a game changer. Automating your savings means setting up a system where a set amount of money is automatically transferred from your checking account to your savings account or other financial goals like investments on a regular basis without you having to think about it. This simple step has the power to transform your financial life, and it was one of the critical components in my journey from $0 to $10K in just 6 months. For me, setting up an automatic transfer of $1,666 on the first of every month was a game changer. This way, the money was saved before I had a chance to spend it. Over time, this habit became second nature, and I didn't have to think twice about it. Additionally, I used high-yield savings accounts to earn interest on my savings. At the time, the interest rates on these accounts were around 1.5 per 2%, which may not sound like much, but when you're saving thousands, that extra interest can add up over time. It's the little things that compound, just like how compound interest works in investing. Step 5. Finding additional income streams. While cutting expenses and automating savings is essential, increasing your income can fast-track your savings journey. After reviewing my budget, I realized that if I wanted to meet my goal of $10,000 in 6 months, I'd need to find a way to earn more money. Side hustles and freelance work. I turned to side hustles, which I could do in my spare time. I used platforms like Fiverr and Upwork to offer my skills as a freelance writer. The extra money I earned from my side hustles helped me exceed my target for the month. You don't have to dive into freelance work. There are so many ways to increase your income. You could rent out a room on Airbnb, drive for Uber or Lyft on weekends, sell unused items around the house on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, offer consulting or teach online classes in your area of expertise. These extra income streams were a huge boost and brought me closer to my savings goal. Step 6. The importance of patience and persistence. While it may seem like saving $10,000 in 6 months was an overnight success, it was really the result of consistent effort over a longer period. The key to financial success is not quick fixes or one-time efforts. It's the small, consistent actions you take every day. One thing I've learned along the way is that patience is crucial. Saving money is a marathon, not a sprint. It's easy to get discouraged or want to give up, but when you stick with your plan, even when it feels slow, the rewards are worth it. The power of time and compound growth. Just like how compound interest grows your money when investing, the compound effect of saving works in a similar way. The more you save, the more it becomes second nature, and the easier it is to increase your savings over time. Conclusion. Going from $0 to $10K in savings in just 6 months was one of the most rewarding financial achievements I've had. But it wasn't just about the money. It was about creating healthy financial habits, developing a mindset of discipline, and taking control of my financial future. If you take just a few of the strategies I shared today and implement them, you'll be amazed at how much progress you can make in a short time. The key takeaway here is that no matter your income, you can save. You just need to approach it with a plan and commitment. If you found this episode valuable, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to WealthRise. Every day, we share actionable tips and strategies to help you take control of your finances and start building wealth. Let's rise together toward financial freedom.